In this video, we are going to talk and review about what ratios are and then what it means for ratios to be equivalent. So our first thing is that I can find equivalent ratios. So a ratio is just a comparison of two quantities. So like we're comparing the number of students to the number of teachers, or the number of cats to the number of dogs in a group. It's kind of like fractions where you're just like comparing everything. And they can be written in different ways. So if I am comparing thing A to thing B with words, I'm going to say it's however many of thing A to however many of thing B. So 5 cats to 3 dogs. You can do the same thing with a colon. We're just going to replace the word to with a colon, which is the 2 dots. Okay, so A to B is how we say that. You can also write it as a fraction, A over B. So, all the same thing, 5 cats to 3 dogs, 5 cats to 3 dogs, 5 cats to 3 dogs. So, the value of a ratio describes the multiplicative relationship between all the values of a ratio. That just means we're going to reduce the fraction. Okay, so let me get a sticky note. As an example, let's say there's 6 cats and 2 dogs. Okay, so as a ratio, cats to dogs, that's 6 over 2, which is the same as 3. There are 3 times as many cats. So the value of the ratio is just taking that ratio, putting it into one number, and then saying this is how they're related through multiplication. Okay, so equivalent ratios. Ratios are equivalent when they're simplified, when they are the same, or have the same value. And we'll do some examples. Okay, so we have this long list of letters. We're going to use this sample of letters to find the ratio. I'm going to start by finding the ratio of A's to B's and write it with a colon. So that's the 2 dots. I'm going to count how many A's are in the list. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we put the number of A's first because that was what was listed first. Then we're going to count the number of B's. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the value of the ratio is I'm going to write it as a fraction, 4 over 5. And I'm going to reduce it. So that would be like I would divide these numbers by what they're both divisible by, but this one's already reduced. So the value, there's 4/5 as many A's as there are B's. Then for finding which ones are equivalent, I'm going to have to reduce these. So that means I'm going to divide them till it can't be divided anymore. So 5 and 4, I can't divide those anymore. That is not the same ratio as this. So this one is not equivalent. Okay, 8 and 10, I can divide those both by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. That matches. So 8/10 is equivalent. And then 6 to 7 is not the same as 4 to 5. All right, then this one, what's the ratio of C's to all letters? Write it in word form. So that's where I'm going to put 2 in the middle. So I'm going to count the number of C's. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the total letters are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the ratio of C's to total letters is 4 to 16. The value of that ratio, I'm going to put it in fraction form, so 4 over 16, and then reduce it. I can divide these both by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. I can keep dividing. Can divide by 2 again. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the value of that ratio is 1/4. That means 1/4 of the letters are the letter C. Okay, and then these ones, I have to reduce them, and if I get 1/4, it's gonna match. Automatically, I know that 3 to 1 is not the same as 1/4. So cross that one off. All right, 20 and 80. If they both end in 0, I can divide those by 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2. 80 divided by 10 is 8. I can divide these both by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. That would be 1/4. That matches. So 20 to 80 is equivalent. If there's 80 total letters, 1/4 of those would be the letter C. All right, these ones I'm going to start by dividing by 2 because I'm not totally sure. I know they're both even. 24 divided by 2 is 12. We can use calculator. 96 divided by 2 is 48. I know that those are both divisible by 12. 12 divided by 12 is 1. 48 divided by 12 is 4. That's 1 to 4. That one matches. All right, I want you to try this one on your own. What is the ratio of vowels to consonants? So vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. Okay, and write it as a fraction and then do the rest. So go ahead and pause the video and try it on your own. Okay, so I hope you have tried it on your own. I'm going to go over it. Okay, so the ratio of vowels to consonants. Vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels. And then the consonants are going to be anything else in the list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the value of that ratio, I'm going to take 4/12 and reduce it. 4 and 12 are both divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 1/3 of the letters are vowels. Here there's 1/3 as many vowels as there are consonants. So same thing here, I have to reduce these. 2 and 6 are both divisible by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. You get 1/3. That matches, so 2/6 is equivalent. 12 and 48 are both divisible by 12. 12 divided by 12 is 1. 48 divided by 12 is 4. That one does not match. I'm going to kind of draw a line through these to help us a little bit. Okay, and then 12 and 4 are both divisible by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 3 over 1 is not the same as 1 over 3. So 2/6 is the only equivalent one. All right, so the assignment, the value of the ratio of triangles to total shapes. Okay, you're gonna find the ratio, write it as a reduced fraction, find out which ones are equivalent. And then, so like this picture applies to these questions. This picture applies to these questions. I'll zoom out a little bit. Okay, so there you have it.